Right, we're on. Welcome to Friday Practice 1. Yes, a motorsport madman Leighton. This is just a casual one. Let me get the link in if anyone wants to. I mean, not that they will, but if anyone wants to join and have a chat, because this is just the practice. The practice streams are just going to be casual chatting. It for the qualifying and the race, it'll be the proper setup with the proper graphics and the full commentary and everything. But I thought, I might as well do the practice sessions and just have a chilled one, innit, on StreamYard. Yes, Tags, how are we going? Let me, how do I fucking... Right, if I bang that in the chat, and then... Oh, I don't know how you make it a pinned comment. I'll have to ask. I don't know how you make that a pinned comment, but that's the link to jump in anyway. But it's wet. I don't know how much running we'll get in this practice session, but I'll tell you what, it looks like we might have a wet qualifying session this afternoon, and that's always going to throw up. That is always going to throw up mad results. Rain equals drama, so you love it to see it. And the weather's awful, which is great for F1, to be honest. I just wonder if Ferrari and Leclerc can get through this. If they can get through this weekend without any problems, they've cracked it. Because this could be really unpredictable. Especially with the sprint. You've got the sprint race tomorrow. Like... This could be a mad Grand Prix weekend, this. You got the quali on a Friday afternoon, which is at about... I think it starts at 4 o'clock. I'll be live at 10 to 4 with the proper setup and everything. Oh, of course I am, Leighton. Of course I am. We're having a big one tonight, I think. But then again, I can't go too heavy because I've got to do this tomorrow and try to get the channel going, aren't I? I can't come on like pissed up and falling asleep when I'm trying to get the channel going. So we'll see. We'll see. I'll definitely be on, yeah. But whether I'm still awake at like 10 o'clock the next morning and like still like dancing around and shadow boxing at 10 a.m. when I'm supposed to be doing the qualifying stuff. Well, the sprint race stuff, I don't know. Because I'm never going to get the channel off the ground if I just like turn up pissed and stuff. Like, imagine someone new joins on and think, oh, who's this guy doing the qualifier? Oh, I'm into F1. Oh, click on him. Click on the sprint race. Let's have a look. And I'm just there going, oh, I've had a heavy dev cast the car. They'll be like, who's this guy? Do you know what I mean? I'll never get anyone watching. Oh, well, they're going out. Bottas is already going for it. I suppose they've got to, because if they don't get out now, they'll have no experience of the wet weather going into quali. Because this is the first time you've ever seen this is the first time they've ever driven these cars in the wet. That Alfa Romeo looks good, man. That Alfa Romeo is a sexy car, man. Shadow boxing, yeah, Leighton. I don't know how you pin a comment because I want to pin the link. How do you do that? Unless I have to log in on my phone to the channel and mess about with it that way. Yeah, let's have a look. Let's have a look. See if we can pin that. Just to know how to do it for the future, basically. Let's have a look. Let me sign in as me. Oh, the two Hassers are out now. So Bottas and two Hassers are the first ones to dare to go onto this. Looks treacherous out there, man. But they've got to do it. They'll all be out. But is anyone going to bin it? That's the thing. Because it's so easy. Like one mistake, one lock break, or if you're too keen on the throttle, or boom, you're spinning. And there's not a lot of these corners have got massive runoff either. So you'd be in the wall. Look at this. You can't even. They're having to 3-point turn just to get out of the garage. Because it's a proper narrow pit lane. See Schumacher having to come out of the garage, then reversing, and then back in. Magnussen's made it out. Oh, not early then. What's this? Yeah, off 12 tax. Yeah. Qualifying at 4 p.m. UK time. I'll be on at 10 to 4 for that. Right, let's see if we can do this pin commenting. And then I'll be doing all right there, my lad. Right, let's have a look at this. Pin message, boom. There we go. We've done it there, dealer. Right, yes. So if anyone wants to join and just have a casual chat, you know what I mean, about F1 or about whatever, to be honest, but then click the link in it because we're on a casual ting. But look at the spray. This is. I tell you what, I'd be lucky to get through this session without anyone putting it in the wall. But qualifying session in these conditions, mate, is absolutely box office. Absolutely box office. I don't think it's going to be rain tomorrow or for the race on Sunday, but it could really mix up the grid for the sprint race tomorrow. So, like, they'll do quali this afternoon. Yes, Farah, and how we going, mate? They'll do the quali this afternoon, and that sets the grid for the sprint race tomorrow. And the grid for that sprint race tomorrow could be anything. Could be anything you're qualifying in these conditions. You can have someone putting in a perfect lap and banging pole position. And Leclerc spun already on the exit of the chicane. But mate, yeah, I can't wait for this qualifying session this afternoon, 4 p.m. for that. You're gonna get some, unless it dries out completely between now and then, which I hope it doesn't. But if it's a damp quali, you can get anything. I remember Hulkenberg getting a pole position for Williams once in the wet. I've seen Lance Stroll put it on the front row in Monza before in the wet. You see mad things. Yeah, the conditions look at the puddles as well. You get it wrong going over. Oh, look, someone gone off the track there. That livery looks different for Williams there. Is that Latifi? Latifi's in the gravel, but he's managed to creep it back onto the track. But that livery looks a bit different. I think they've changed the livery a little bit on that Williams. I think they've added more black to it. Looks a bit different that to me somehow. Yeah, it is different, that livery. Definitely. Yeah, they've definitely taken away some of the blue out of it. So there's already a few mistakes going on. Bottas posts a 1 minute 40.2 then and goes quickest by 2.5 seconds. Just seen a replay of the Latifi in the gravel. Yeah, they've definitely changed the paint scheme on that Williams. Alexander Albon going across the thing. They're all making mistakes. I mean, in these conditions. Oh, yeah. Leclerc's gone bouncing across the curbs. Yeah, you can't be that. He's been too aggressive with the curbs and just spun it. Well, I suppose you got to find the limit ahead of qualify. You're better making the mistakes now and spinning now. And oh, do you know what? Them timings are outdated now. Oh, there we go. No, wait a minute. There we go. Yes, aways. How we doing, lad? Just on a casual one for practice aways. Just on a chat and chill one. If you want to have a chat about F1, mate, click the link and get in. But yeah, I'll be doing the practice sessions, but just as a general chat, really. And then for qualifying in the race, then it's proper full commentary mode. But I thought I might as well get some more content out there. Just get on the practice sessions, just have a casual one, innit? Might as well, because the channel ain't going to grow if I just go live for the race. Do you know what I mean? There's 20 streams in a year. I'm going to gain like a sub if I'm lucky. Holding on. What do you mean holding on? What, are you knackered or something? Hey, Waze, get on the Demcast tonight. Big one. Gotta get some Jack Daniels after this. Get on the Demcast tonight, Waze, my lad. Signs going right across. We're going to see a lot of people going across that chicane there. Just going straight, I was ploughing across the grass. The Red Bull looks the best, to be honest. Red Bull looks rapid, mate. Just unreliable. I think if Red Bull can sort out the reliability, they're still in it. They're still in the fight. Because it's still early days. Defo will get on. Oh, fasting. Oh, mate, that's a killer, that. From dusk till dawn, no eating. Or should I say, from dawn till dusk, no eating. Oh, that's a killer, that. Clinging on, mate. Yeah, you got to get on it. I mean, I'm not going to be on it till like tomorrow morning because I want to be doing the sprint race tomorrow and stuff. So I want to be doing my 2 streams tomorrow, so we'll see. But I say that now, I'll be there. I'll be there, bloody shadow boxing at 9 a.m. tomorrow, going bollocks to the Formula One. You know what I mean? But nah. 1 litre bottle of JD. Yeah, Tax, get on. You come on. You come on a few 2 weeks ago, didn't you, Tax? Having it. Just out the phone, like, get in. Get on again, lad. This is just a Demcast chat now, isn't it? It's just a casual thing. Verstappen quickest then. So Verstappen's come out of the pits and gone quickest straight away, basically, by half a second over Leclerc. Magnussen P3. See, this is where, when it's conditions like this, you get the cat amongst the pigeons. This is where you get odd results. Mate, this qualifying session in a few hours is going to be beast mode. Dencast got a copyrighted. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Vodka, yeah, but if Denver gets vodka, mate, he ain't lasting 36 hours. Oh, Vettel nearly went off then in what did they call that corner? De Regia or something. No, I can't remember. He nearly went off then, Vettel, though. He was nearly goners. Oh, is he not even? Oh, yeah, no, it is, yeah, Verstappen Perez. Yeah, the timings are updating. Yeah, we're on it. Yeah, Leighton. If Denver gets a vodka, mate, game over. It'd be 3 hours and then be boom, we'd be gone. You gotta pace yourself, don't you? I tell you what, Vettel was lucky to get away with that then and not be in the gravel. Danny Ricciardo's out, so everyone's out on circuit apart from Stroll, Albon, and Latifi. So both Williams in the pits. You don't want to be in the pits. You need to get this experience in the wet weather ahead of qualifying, because these conditions, they've not even driven these cars in this condition. These brand new ground effect cars with the new Pirelli wet tires with the 18-inch wheels and all the rest of it. So you need as many laps as you can get in this practice session. Yeah, might dip on the Demcast a bit of Dutch. Yeah, Tags. That's it. A couple of drinks in, you think, oh yeah, sod it, I'll get on. You need to get on the ting. Yeah, last time we got on the vodka was a 50k party. Yeah, I remember that. He was on the vodka and cokes, wasn't he? He was on the vodka and cokes and faded real quick. I think he was having like drinks with like half vodka, half coke, or like 2/3 vodka. Just like 3 or 4 of them, mate. You're done. You're done out here. I did it around Christmas. Just went heavy on the JD, and then within 2 hours, mate, I was zonked. I was gone. Missed the whole night. After that, I thought, no, you're gonna pace it. Oh, Norris off in the gravel. No one's been in the wall yet, though. There's been a few excursions off the track, but no major incidents. 40 minutes to go in this 1 hour practice session. Only one practice session this weekend ahead of qualifying this afternoon, and then practice 2 tomorrow ahead of the sprint race. I think the sprint race is like 3:30 or half 2, 3:30 tomorrow. Seen a replay and Norris there running wide off into the gravel. They're just finding the limits. How far can you push it? Oh, me and Buttery went for 30 hours. Yeah, a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, but the thing is, Neil won't take the L on that because I put him to sleep talking about my trading strategy. We were watching what's the horse racing? Ascot, or what's it called? Where the Grand Nationals held. We were watching the horse racing all day, me and Neil, and then starts talking about my trading strategy. Don't I? Boom, puts him right to sleep. Claim the win. And then a week later, he's on the Demcast going, no, you weren't even there. You weren't even there. No, you left. I was like, I was fuming. I was like, take the L like a man. Take the L. You know what I mean? That pissed me off. That it's still raining now, so he's not going to dry this track. Perfect. We don't want it to dry. Oh, Ferrari's round. Leclerc spun again. Yellow flag in sector 2. Aqua Mineral, these. Gasly up to 4th now. But that Leclerc spun 2-3 times now. But it's a Ferrari 1-2 at the minute. Leclerc on a 135.6. So he's spinning like a top, but he's also rapid. Sainz P2, Verstappen 3rd, Gasly 4th at the minute. Magnussen's still top 5. Get in. I'd love to see an underdog do some of this weekend. Bit of rain. You know, get in the front row in quali. Boom. Yeah, Leclerc needs to be careful, man. Oh, we'd seen a replay of Esteban Ocon running wide at the same. Oh, he's gone well deep into the gravel there. Keeps it going. Manages to escape the gravel. Then Ocon, no one's beached it yet. No one's put it in the wall, which is probably 50-50 chance at this point. Even in the wet, it's a Ferrari 1-2. Come on, guys. But we've got Alpha Tauri 4th and 6th. Mercedes haven't got it together yet. They're down in 14th and 15th for the minutes. Perez goes quickest on a 35.4, so I think he's quickest by a couple of tenths. Go on, Checo. Yeah, Mercedes haven't even put in a quick lap yet. They're 3 seconds off. 3 seconds off the pace. They're probably not. I've not even really seen them out. I think they come out, maybe done a couple of installation laps or something like that, and gone straight back in the pits. You'd want to be out there. You'd want to be out there for the whole session. You want to get as many laps as possible in these conditions. Because quali might be exactly the same. Look at the spray there, Daniel Ricciardo. Yeah, it's raining harder now. Yeah, people are sacking it off now. Everyone piling back into the pits. 35 minutes to go. This could be a long 35 minutes. But surprised that everyone's kept it out of the wall so far. So get in. But yeah, wet quali, mate. Well, when was the last time there was a wet qualifying session? I don't even remember. Probably middle of last season. Absolute golden nugget. But you don't. The thing with F1 is though, there's too much rain. The flipping Belgian Grand Prix last year was a write-off because there's too much rain and they didn't even do the race. So it's like a fine balance. But if you just get a bit of drizzle and a bit of a damp track, it makes for some fantastic, especially in a race. It makes for some fantastic races. A lot of the best races in modern history are due to rain in some aspect. You can just get that odd result. Like I still remember Monza qualifying being in the wet, and that was like 2017. I still remember Lance Stroll, I think in a Williams, putting it on the front row with like Ocon. I'm sure like the two out of the top three was Ocon. What would that have been? It's 17. It'd have been for Racing Point or something. And Lance Stroll's, you get odd results. And I love an underdog, me. I'd love to see like a Haas qualify this afternoon in like a top 5, or someone puts together a perfect lap. You can get pole position. Especially if like the top guys make a mistake when it counts, or something unusual happens. Is like a red flag at the wrong moment for someone and it works for someone else, and it's lucky for that guy, unlucky for him, and all of a sudden, boom, you get like a Alfa Romeo, Zhou Guan Yu pole or something crazy. That's what we want. But it's rare. It is rare. TV favourite to crash in the wet. Yeah, I wonder if the bookies will do that. But yeah, Latifi great. Last wet qualifier was 2021 Belgium. Yeah, and that was a mess. That Belgium one. But also that wet quali in Belgium though. Russell qualified third, and Russell was in the slowest cars in the Williams, and put it P3, and then they never really did the race. So he finished the race P3, even though they never even did a race. But this is what I mean. You get these odd results. Look at this visor cam from Alexander Albon with the visor cam this weekend. Proper driver's perspective view, this. Inside the helmet, like right next to his eye. This camera, this is a fantastic view, this. and you can see the car just snapping on the exit. He's literally fingertips. You you just got to be so careful with the throttle, and you got to be so careful with the brakes. If you stamp on that throttle, you're gone. And if you stamp on the brakes, you're just going to lock the two front tires with straight on. You got to be so careful. Remember, they're dancing with 1,000 brake horsepower, dancing it round the circuit, and everything's so greasy and wet, and they've just got to, and you've got to be short shifting to dull the revs to get more traction on the exit. Mate, people don't understand the skill just to keep it on the circuit, keep heat in the tires and stuff like that. People don't understand. He's got to drive in a risky way to keep the heat in the tires, to keep the grip. If he starts being too careful, the heat will go out of the tires, and then it's even worse, and you've even more chance of crashing. So it's like a catch-22. You've got to push the limits. But the skill on show, you don't appreciate it on when you just see it on telly and you just go, no. You think it's easy, mate. You just sat there. No. These are elite athletes on the top of the game. And especially in the wet. They're earning the money in the wet. Tell you now. 1,000 brake horsepower with 700 kilo car. On a greasy circuit. Or Hamilton. Is it Hamilton? No. Russell right over the curb there. And that's one of those horrible, like, serrated curbs as well. So that would have been a horrible ride. See, look at this. Vettel's gone out in the intermediate and gone P4. So get in. See, this is it as well. If you get a crossover point with the two tyres at the end of a qualifying session, and some people risk it on an inter at the end of the session, that's how you can get an upset as well. Someone risking it on a different set of size. See, Vettel's gone out on the inters, everyone else is on wets. And yeah, it's a Stroll as well out on the inters. Yeah, the Astons have gone out on the inters. And Vettel's put in a good lap. Yeah, they're just clarifying that because it's a sprint race configuration this weekend. Last season they had it where the winner of the sprint race is effectively pole position. This year it's not. This year it's how it should be, which is the person who qualifies on pole position in the qualifying session is officially classified as having pole position. Whoever's fastest in qualifying gets pole position. And then it doesn't matter what happens in the sprint race. What's this? If Butcher got in the car, I'd be overweight. If I got in the car, I'd be overweight, Chris. Bloody hell. I need to shed a couple of stones, to be honest with you. A bit of shadow boxing tonight. Like my workout. I get pissed on a Demcast, start shadow boxing. It counts as a workout to me, that. Taxes. Oh shit, Danny Rick's got his own wine and you can get a glass replica of his bottle with it. Oh, get in, mate. Yeah, but he's big in Australia, Danny Rick. Is he like proper famous in Australia, Tags? Danny Rick? Like, do you see his face on billboards? And is he a household name? Or is it just Formula One fans that know Danny Rick? Or would the general public know about Danny Rick? Because over here, everyone knows about Lewis Hamilton, but you ask a Joe Blogs on the street about George Russell, they probably never heard of George Russell. They probably never heard of Lando Norris, unless you're in the young, like Twitch. Unless you're on like the younger end, then you might have heard of Norris. Replica of his boot, is it? He's got his own wine, has he? It's like flipping Conor McGregor with his own whiskey. Daniel Ricciardo Australian wine. Get in. Is it expensive, Tags, or what? Is he in the elite market? Is he in the is it high end? Or is it just like any other? Is it just like 10 quid bottle of wine or what? That Aston Martin looks good. It might be terrible, but the Aston Martin looks good, man. Especially now they haven't got the BWT sponsorship, so they haven't had to go with the pink line. They've gone for the lime green accents instead of the pink accents. It looks so much better. I've seen a replay of Lance Stroll. Yeah, Lance. Yeah, this downhill braking, they've all been off at this corner here. They've all been off. £70. Come do this on Twitch. We have a big community. On Twitch, no, I'm sticking to YouTube. Me, second biggest search engine in the world. But this isn't how I usually do the streams, by the way. If you look at my Australian Grand Prix for the qualifying in the race, I do full commentary. I go full Murray Walker mode, with the proper graphics and everything. This is just a bit of a chilled out one for practice. But yeah, nah. I'll be sticking to YouTube and see if we can get it going. See if we can get a bit of a few people in by the end of the season. That's the goal, anyway. But appreciate the ideas, Josh. But there's also a massive community on YouTube though. Like you see that guy Racing Statistics, mate. He has like 500,000 people watching a practice session. Like 750,000 people tuning in for a race. You know what I mean? Massive. K-Mag's gone off as well at the final two corners. Rejoins, though no one's put it in the wall yet. Yeah, he's so deceiving that final. It's so deceiving that corner because you're downhill in the dry. You brake so late into there. Chuck it in like fourth gear, but in the wet, you've got to be so careful. They're starting to switch on to inters now. Yeah, science is on the inters and going quick, going purple in sector one. So it is just switching over to inter conditions now. I hope it's not dried out for quali because wet quali equals drama equals underdog story, and I love an underdog story. I'd love to see someone whack it on the front row who wouldn't normally be there. Someone, put it in the top five who wouldn't normally be there. So you want to see it still a bit damp for quali. But it's just switching over to inters now. Everyone's going quicker on the inters. Norris has popped up to third. Both Aston Martins in the top six on inters. But more than half the grid's in the pits now. I assume to switch on to the inters. Sainz goes quickest then, a 31.6. 132.6. He's 1.7. Sainz has gone 1.7 quicker than anybody else. It's time for inters, guys. It is time for inters, but I will be gutted if it's fully dried out. Do you know, I've not seen the Mercedes do many laps. I don't think it says on the F1 website how many laps they've done. But I don't think Mercedes have done a lot. Leclerc's now gone purple in the middle sector. Where's he gonna? Is he gonna pop up quickest? I assume Leclerc's on the inters as well. Then, if he's gone quickest, yeah, bang. So it's a Ferrari 1-2. Leclerc does a 1:32.5. Then I'm just relying on the timing screen at the minute because Sky have thrown an ad break. Well, yeah, inters is the way to go. Vettel's P3 now. Verstappen green in the first sector. Hamilton as well. I wonder if people starting to venture out on the inters now. Ricardo pops up to P6 then. Both McLarens in the top six now on the inters. Most Aussies, taxes. I think most Aussies know about Danny Rick, even if they don't really watch F1. He's in quite a few ads in the news and all that. Yeah, a bit famous. Even outside the circle, that's how you know you're big. If you're famous outside the circle of fans who watch that sport or watch that particular whatever series or whatever, if you're famous beyond that and people know who you are, like for example, not many people like in general would watch snooker, but everyone's heard of Ronnie O'Sullivan. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I mean, that just came to my head because it's on at the minute, but people like that transcend their own sport. Like Hamilton, he just transcends it. Like everyone's heard of him. Roger Federer as well, like Serena Williams, all them. Especially when he's the only representation in the sport as well, and he's been successful. Don't get me wrong; he should have a championship, Danny Rick. I think 2018 was his shot. I seem to remember Danny Rick winning in China. I think it was 2018, and he just blasted everyone out of the water, mate. He was overtaken around the outside, inside. Right, here we go. Whoa, we're back live. And Charles Leclerc, he's lucky to save it. Leclerc almost spun completely round, but yeah, so Leclerc and Sainz are much. Oh, Magnussen pops up into P3. So get in. I'd love to see something like that in quali. Last 15 minutes then of practice one. Look at this. Sainz is wrapped. Oh, the track's drying out. The track's drying out. Sainz has just popped in a lap that's 1.7 quicker than Leclerc. Oh, Sainz is rapid. Magnussen's P3 at the minute. Vettel's still P5 for Aston Martin. Come on, someone needs to bang on the inners and go quicker than the Ferraris. Whoa, Leclerc cutting across that chicane again. Leclerc on a quick one. Look at this Mick Schumacher in the top 6. Go on, lad. Mick Schumacher. I think it's the first time I've ever seen him in the top 6. I love it. The Verstappen pops second. Oh, Magnussen P3. Magnussen quicker than Leclerc at the minute. Oh, hold the front page. Kevin Magnussen. I tell you, it's a hell of a lap from Sainz. It's like because people are improving, but they still can't beat Sainz's lap from a few minutes ago. It's back to being a Ferrari 1-2. Mercedes not really showing it. Why are Mercedes going out? Yeah. Where's Bottas? Where's the Alpines as well? As I say that, here comes Alonso on a flying lap. Come on. Go on, Fernando. He could have got pole in Australia. Oh, I can see the track being dried out by the time you get to. How long till quali? What are we on? Half one. 2.5 hours till quali. It might be pretty much dry, which would be a bit disappointing. Sonoda pops up into the top 5 now, but some 3 seconds off the pace. Vettel P5. Sainz improves to a 130.2. a full 1.2 seconds ahead of his teammate in second. Science has got it hooked up at the minute. As we enter into the final 10 minutes of this first practice session ahead of qualifying late this afternoon. Alonso P8 then. Russell pops up into P12. Look at the porpoising, the bouncing of George Russell going down the main straight. That was bouncing like that was the worst. Like Paul de Resta is saying there, that is the worst I've seen. That was proper bang, 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 sparks. Should be wrecking the plank at the bottom. I think it's still got the plank underneath the car, and then it's going to be wrecking it, taking chunks out of the circuit. Charles Leclerc out the final corner then. P1 for Charles Leclerc. Yeah, the Ferrari's bouncing. It's not as aggressive. Yeah, the Ferrari's porpoising was not as aggressive as a Mercedes. A Mercedes the worst. But yeah, Leclerc fastest. 9 tenths ahead of Sainz in P2. Seeing Verstappen got held up then in the final couple of corners by Latifi and his Williams. Verstappen not happy with that, being held up there on a flying lap. Alonso loses it. Alonso loses it and goes wide. Not been any proper accidents though. Little mistakes, little people in and out of the gravel, cutting chicanes, going wide, spinning round, but nothing. No major incidents. Oh, you be careful. This is a bit too close. Yeah, Verstappen's just crossed the line, but he's 2 seconds off the pace. Both Haas's in the top 5 at the minute with 7 minutes to go. Looking good. Haas looking good at the minute. George Russell 4.8 seconds off the pace in 9th place. Can't be right, that. 5 seconds off. Hamilton complaining he's not able to get the temperature into the tyres. Cold tyre problems for Hamilton. I can't believe some of these guys are so much off the pace. Like, look at Bottas there. He's just crossed the line 5.2 off the pace. What? Verstappen the second half off. I mean, usually that's the gap between. Usually you could separate the top 15 with a 1.4 second gap. Today, you're 3 seconds off. You're in the top 5. This is nuts at the minute. Sonoda pops up into P9, 4.2 seconds off. Like, these gaps are massive. Or yellow flag in sector 2. What's gone on? We're going to cut to Norris has stopped. Oh, Norris has beached it. Norris has beached it, and it's red flagged. It's red flagged with 5 minutes to go. Will they restart this session? Oh no, hang on. He's got it going here. Yeah. Oh, he looked beached in the gravel, so they've red flagged the session, and then he's managed to bang it in reverse. He's got out of the gravel, but they've thrown the red flag now. So what are they going to do? Can they get? Can they just? Can they just cancel a red flag, or have they got to? Has everyone got to come in the pits, and then they've got to say, right, red flag ends in 2 minutes or something? He looked for all the world like he was not getting out of that gravel trap. I mean, fair play for whacking it in reverse and managing to skip out of the gravel. I think it was done for. Tell you the truth. But what are they going to do? Are they going to session will resume at 14:22? Yeah, so it's literally like a 1 minute red flag, and then they're going to resume it for the final 3 minutes. Yeah, people have like a final chance to get out there and sort of do one or two more laps before the end of the session then. But Ferrari looking rapid ahead of qualifying. Both Haas in the top 5. So you want you had a pound on that, William Hill, you'd be a millionaire. But then again, with this 3 minutes to go, people could bang in some flying laps and knock Haas down. But let's see. Yeah, so you're just gonna get. I mean, Vettel's gone for it. And he's not. The two Haas at the end of the pit lane trying to do a practice start. And the session's resumed then with 2.5 minutes to go. Couple of flying laps, and that's it for FP1. But this is the thing. Are they going to be able to warm up the tyres and go for one final lap in practice, or I don't. I'd probably be surprised actually if anyone improves in this last minute and a half, because you sort of, generally speaking, you've got to, in the wet, you got to be going round to generate the heat. You just come out of the pits cold and do one lap. I don't know. I don't know about that. But yeah, most of them out of the pits for a final attempt. But you've got to get your eye in. The thing is, Hamilton's not even come back out. Mercedes are looking. I tell you now, Mercedes are looking as bad as they've ever looked this weekend. As bad as they've ever looked. Hamilton nearly stone dead last. I don't think he's done many laps at all. On the face of this, Mercedes would do well to get in the top 10 on the face of this. Just seen Vettel wrestling with the car, and he's sort of on a final gambit run. But I don't think anyone's going to improve here at the very end of the session. I think the positions as what they are now is how it's finishing. So it'd be Leclerc from Sainz, Verstappen third, Magnussen fourth, Mick Schumacher fifth. I think that's probably his highest finishing position in any kind of session for Mick Schumacher, I would say. 2 Williams at the bottom with Zhou Guan Yu and Lewis Hamilton P17, unless he can pull some sort of a lap out of the bag at the end, but I think that's it. Yeah, he's crossed the finish line. That's it. Hamilton's 17th in practice. Right, that's pretty much it. But I will be back on at 10 to 4 UK time with the full setup. No more chat and chill. The full commentary setup, the full graphics and everything at 10 to 4 for qualifying. Hopefully in the wet, just like this session. Fingers crossed. It's another wet session because it throws up some unusual results. Well, yeah, that's it for practice. Ferrari looking, to be honest, Ferrari looking unstoppable out front. Haas looking really good. I think someone spun right at the end, but that's the final positions there. What you're seeing on the screen. And just before I go, Bottas has binned it on the way. Oh my God. Bottas has binned it on the final lap. Oh, but has he crashed though? He's right up against the barrier. Oh no, he's going to put it in reverse. Wow, the first shot of that car, then you thought he's gone right into the wall. He might have just about got away with this. I've got to see a replay of this before I go. I'll tell you what, if he's not hit the wall there, he's literally a millimeter from the wall. Got to see a replay of this. Oh, but he's stuck. He's stuck in the gravel, Valtteri Bottas. But it's the end of the session anyway. So it doesn't really matter. It's the end of the session. Oh, he's not. Oh. I've got to see a replay of this. Here we go then. On board with Valtteri Bottas for a replay. Right, so he's lost the rear end. He's gone spinning around like a pirouette. Oh, I don't know. Here we go. This is on board then. Does he hit the wall? Oh, he just loses the back end. Spinning like a top and... Ooh. And stops this far from the wall. So lucky. Right. Join me at 10 to 4 for qualifying. Full setup, full rig up. We're having it. I'll see you then. Bye for now, guys. Thanks for joining me on this first ever Chat and Chill. See you in a bit.